This is Tim Garst from Archaic Guitars, and I've got a little show and tell today. This is a guitar that I actually got. It's my grandpa's guitar, actually, and he got it from his father-in-law's brother, maybe? I don't know. But anyways, it is a Bay State. I think you can see the logo somewhere on the back here. It is a Bay State Series Z, and by the serial number, it dates to the early 1890s. So it's a very old guitar. We're talking almost 130 years. Obviously, with it being that old of a guitar, it was made for gut strings. When it came into my hands, it had steel strings on it. Which this is a ladder brace guitar. So the top was bending this way. The neck has obviously already been reset. There's a screw in it, just as extra reinforcement because this guitar's neck joint really just relied on pretty much a butt joint. There's very little of a mortise and tenon. But the gut strings wouldn't have put enough tension on that to really bring the neck to fold it in this way like steel strings did. And when I got it and kind of stabilized some of the cracks and stuff, I put silken steel strings on it, and that still made the this area below the bridge belly up enough to where I was uncomfortable with it, and strung it up with nylon strings, which I think in the end is gonna be closer to what the original sound would have been with gut strings. So this still has original tuners that work. You know, they take some elbow grease sometimes, and they keep it in tune okay. It's for how old they are. I would hate to replace them. They've got cool knobs on them, and then I believe, so the top is obviously spruce. I couldn't tell you an exact species. But I believe the back is Brazilian rosewood. The back is almost perfectly quarter sawn. It's really beautiful straight grain. And then the sides are kind of a little bit more of a wild grain thing going on. But the coloring and the kind of tap tone make me think that it is Brazilian, and that's just what would have been kind of standard rosewood at the time anyways. The bridge, I am also presuming, is Brazilian, and also the fingerboard. The neck seems to be mahogany, and it has this really cool deep, it's a V profile, as you can see there. Instead of being rounded over like an oval, it comes to a point like a V, and it's not as uncomfortable as you would think it is. So this is 11-inch lower bout, which I think puts it probably in somewhere in the size of definitely below a single lot Martin, probably in the 4 or 5 range, I think, but I'm not very good with the old Martin stylings, so I don't know if there's really... Oh, the most interesting thing about this guitar, so it has an ebony nut, which isn't too crazy, but look at that saddle. It's just a piece of fret wire, I think. Which I think, if with steel strings, having steel over a steel saddle would be very harsh and metallic sounding. But when paired with the nylon strings, it's actually kind of gives it a really great tone, especially on the high end. You get some really... There's a lot of resonance and overtones for a small guitar like this. The top isn't extremely thin. I'd say it's probably right at, 100 thousandths. The back, though, is as thin as like 75 thousandths, which is, I usually on my guitars never go below, 95 thousandths on a back. My sides I usually do to 85 thousandths just because they bend easier, but it's incredibly thin back, and I don't know if that helps a lot with the resonance. It has pretty good sustain, and the whole guitar weighs, I don't know, probably 2 pounds, if not less. So, well, anyways, let me play some songs instead of rambling. Let's see if I screw this up or not. Pain works on a sliding scale, sold as pleasure in a candy jail. True love doesn't come around any more than fate allows, like a Monday in Fort Lauderdale. I came all this way to see your grave, to see your life written in his paraphrase. I have tried being as written on the graveyard of affliction, but this is what I can't escape. Life in a candy jail, peppermint bars, peanut brittle bunk beds, and marshmallow walls, where the guards are gracious and the grounds are grand, and the warden keeps the data on your favorite brands. Jelly beans and cookie dough, country restroom on the radio. I got a number on my name, it's hard to hide behind the shame. I'm a branded man made in the mold. These dreams engulf the waking mind, like cherry grape and lemon lime, like candy corn and licorice, like M&Ms and Swedish fish. It happens to me all the time. Life in a candy jail, peppermint bars, peanut brittle bunk beds, and marshmallow walls, where the guards are gracious and the grounds are grand, and the warden really listens and he understands. Alright, so that's an 1890's Bay State Parlor guitar. Interesting, fun little guitar to play.